Much like content, Google rewards not only high quality content, but also rewards uniqueness. And that extends to photos too. So if you have the opportunity, take unique photos of products, make them one-of-a-kind images, and maybe take them from different angles also and post those different angles. You really want to have unique images. Let's go to images. Images can be very important for you, and I unfortunately didn't have really great slides of this for you, but images are super important. Everyone is by and large always going to have, the stock photos of a product. Much like content, Google rewards not only high quality content, but also rewards uniqueness. And that extends to photos too. So if you have the opportunity, take unique photos of products, make them one-of-a-kind images, and maybe take them from different angles also and post those different angles. You really want to have unique images. Now, I also understand that it's generally unlikely that you'll have anything that's beyond those stock images. So try to figure out a way that you can make it a little different. Maybe it's including a different background. There are generative tools that can take that stock photo and put it in a different background. If you do use generative art, you need to put in your photo caption that it is, maybe the original image plus some generative AI. If you don't do that, that also is a little bit of a penalty. Google doesn't want people trying to dupe people that it's original art when you used some AI. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you got an image, there are only one or two pictures. And this image taken, now a few years ago of Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. Okay, I put that little joke in there and he fell for the old hand buzzer. But they're really like only two images, I think, or three images of the two of them together. I think two of them are from this summit and another is the two of them walking in North Korea at the border. So when you are kind of stuck with those things where you don't, there are very few images, try to employ some creativity and figure out a way to do it. So I, by the way, did a Google search of that image. This is just only three things, but you can see that image is, because there's so few images of the two of them, the same was sometimes with a product, that it was repeated, in 2019 and in 20, and for three entirely different stories, and they're all unrelated. So if you can, maybe slam together two different images, or like I said, if you can, take unique images of them. If not, try to put a different background, present it in a different way, because again, it really comes down to uniqueness, and Google rewards images and content that it's never seen before.
Hey, if you're enjoying this content, you're going to love the masterclasses that we host on a regular basis. We've got over 1,000 members in our private community, and over 400 of them are already doing over $1 million. We regularly host masterclasses with hundreds of students, and you can find out more below. Join us.
So one last thing about images, when you upload your image to your CMS, your content management system like WordPress or Shopify, you'll have the opportunity to include in what's known as alternative text, alt text to the image. The alt text, which generates its own link specific to that image, is super important. People don't think that. Probably go to your websites now, pull out the product onto your home screen. I suspect it's just going to be a series of numbers and letters. That doesn't add any context for the search engine. So when you upload a photo, include the alt text, and that alt text should give a description about what the image is about. It should mimic in a way your headline or the product description or the premise. Very important. It's not only important to the search engine to understand it, but there are a very large community of people who have visual impairments. And if they're using a reader, that's their only way of knowing what the image is. Otherwise, they're just going to hear like 62578 G24, like not helpful to them. And really, the way to succeed is to be helpful to the user by giving them more information, by explaining the images. Think about that always. How can I be more helpful when offering information about the product or my services? So in that example here, it's a New York Post thing. It's about this guy, Daniel Penny. Essentially, the more information you furnish Google about the photo and of course your product, the better they'll understand your site and why it deserves to be higher in visibility.